Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today we're back with the UV resin experiments and I've got another 3 surfaces here to give it an experiment on. I have soap. Now the light will differ because of the highly reflective foil that I've got down here. So excuse that in this video for, well, whenever I put my hands in front of the foil. I've created just a simple little groove in here. Now I'm not going to fill that deep because that is quite deep and that will not set. So I'm only going to fill it perhaps a quarter of the way. No idea with the soap. I think based off the wax and it being, well, which I don't know what that one's made of. Traditionally, soy protein oat extract. With the moisturising power of Vaseline jelly. It's a Vaseline soap bar. That may not stick. It's not necessarily going to be easy to come out. In fact, it'll probably be a break it and release it. But we'll see. Aluminium foil. Not touched. Now this, I'm damn near sure it's going to stick to that. Because you can insert foils into your casts if you've got like little gold leaf and variants of. So I'm damn near sure it will stick to that, but I think it's going to have a nice effect. This is like a 2 for the background here. Now this is Vaseline that I've just smeared on and swirled around with my finger. So we're going to see what sort of effect you can get. It's not, I know it's not going to be clear, but I'm curious to see. It shouldn't stick, so I'm fairly confident in that. Will it take the detail of the Vaseline? Let's find out. And plastercine. Now, in the first one, I believe it was the first one of the experiments, I didn't have plastercine at the time, which is what I wanted to try, but I had Play-Doh. So I tried Play-Doh. And for those of you who saw it, you'll know the results already. For those of you who haven't, go and check it out. Mixed results. So I'm going to try plasticine today, and I have took a little print of, I have a One Punch Man face, like little metal key ring. So I've took an imprint of that, so it's going to be very shallow. It's going to run over the edges, but we don't mind about that. This is an experiment. Because we're definitely not going to be able to flip that one and do the other side. Same for this. That's why that has to be a shallow as well. We're not going to be able to flip it and do the other side. So let's get the UV on these. And again, today we are still with J. Dixon. So let's just get a little in the bottom of this guy. Not too much though. Because we can't do the other side. We're just going to go with that. We will do a simple circle here. We'll do another simple circle here. And we will fill this just enough to get all the detail. Yeah, we will not push our luck with that. Right. I am going to give these a blitz with the light, and when we come back, we will see what we've got. Okay, I might just give him one more blast. Let's see what's worked and what hasn't. Now this is not coming out of there unless I break it out of there, so can I break it? It's I perhaps didn't need so much soap. I don't think I'm going to be able to break this with my hands. I'm not that strong. Oh, it broke. Oh, and he came out. A little bit sticky on the underside, so we'll let him finish off. Oh, he's actually kind of cute. He perhaps still wasn't shallow enough, or he just needed another blast. So we'll give him another blast in a moment. But look at that little guy. He's actually kind of sweet. So I'll just leave him there for a second. He can get a blast. We'll leave that there. So it goes back as if nothing happened. Actually, let me just pop him on the paper for a second. And scooch that one over there for a second. Well, the foil... Oh! Okay, well, some of it's stuck, some of it hasn't. So that's interesting. Yes, some of it has definitely, or it feels like it has anyway, I don't think. Okay. Unsure what to say about that. I'd have thought it would have either stuck or not stuck. Some bits of it didn't. It's clearly stuck there. Yeah, I'm unsure what to say about that one. It's stuck and it hasn't stuck. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a no because it's stuck in some parts. I just don't know what to say with it sticking in some parts but not in others. Like, it came away absolutely fine around the edges there, but that bit, I don't know. It's a fail because it didn't come away completely, but I don't know why it did that. Why it didn't just stick everywhere. Only a random strip, not even, well, yes, in the middle, but around the edges a little bit too. People who know resin better than me, can you explain this? Because I can't. And I'll be curious to find out why. Right, the Vaseline one. That's not going to have stuck at all. There's going to be a lot of clear up involved because I was rather heavy-handed with the Vaseline. So let me get some kitchen roll. Though my hands are going to be lovely and moisturised. This might be another one to run under the hot tap. I mean, the Vaseline works in the fact that it stops it from sticking. Oh, and it has picked up. Oh, wow. That has picked up. My hands are super shiny now, so I don't know how much of this you'll see. Got a bit tongue-tied then. I don't know how much of this you'll see. Look at that. It's picked up all the detail of where I swirled it around. Right, I'm going to clean this one up. Actually, I'm going to clean this one up and my hands up, because everything I touch is going to be super slippy. So let me just go do that. How cool is that? And I wasn't expecting it to come out as clear as it has. That's come out really clear. I thought the Vaseline would cloud it up, but it hasn't. And it's took all that detail. That's really cool. The Vaseline is a win. That is a win. Let me just put that over, because that's the tiniest bit tacky on the underside. So I'm just going to swip that over there so the little soap guy can get finished off. Right, plasticine guy. Were you shallow enough? Or have you just... No, I think it is going to come off. I think it's going to be a clean-up job. Unfortunately, plasticine isn't like blue tack, so it won't like stick to itself and pull it away. But you can reuse that again, so that is good. I'll get off what I can with my nail, and then this will also be a wash job to get the rest off. But it has worked. Plasticine does work. How clear it'll be, we'll find out when I give it a wash. But it has picked up all the detail. It has come away. It's not fused or stuck. I'm going to go and give this guy a clean up. So that's the plasticine. There we go, that's the plasticine guy. It has taken the print. He's a little deformed because I don't think he was fully, you can see in the middle here, I mean, after what I've just covered it in, I couldn't remember what broke plasticine down, so I initially just went with hot water and washing up liquid. That weren't shifting it, so I thought, oh, perhaps it's oil, because I know all these different things. I know something works, but I can't remember off the top of my head, and my phone's set up for recording right now, so I wasn't going to interfere with that. So he then got covered in oil, and I was like, well, this isn't doing anything. Perhaps it was toothpaste. So then he got covered in toothpaste. I was like, well, this isn't doing anything. So then I dipped him in boiling water. This isn't doing anything. So I picked it all out with a cocktail stick. This poor little guy has been through everything. And then I smeared him in soap, because the sink is full of soap shavings, which is handy because, you know, it's washing my hands up rather nicely. And the soap didn't do too bad a job. So, yeah, mixed results with the plasticine. It doesn't stick. It perhaps needs to, if you can get it out. I mean, it does have its charm, having the plasticine left in certain bits, but I don't think I can wholly call that a success. Perhaps if it was not an imprint. I think the Play-Doh was a bigger success. Oh, he's a bit out of focus. I think the Play-Doh, there we go, was a bigger success. I mean, it has taken all the detail. He, again, even at that thickness there, that thickness, may have been too deep. So I can't say it's a success. I can't say it's a failure. It's a question. It's one that I should perhaps come back to. Now the Vaseline one is completely dry. That is a success. The Vaseline does work a charm, and it keeps its clarity. It still stays nice and clear. So that's good to know. And here's the little soap guy. I will clean him up and get the excess soap off. But again, that has actually come out clear. Let me get my little back of the soap box here. Alright, he's all knobbly bobbly, so you can't, you can't see through him. Let's find a piece where he's relatively smooth. That's pretty clear. I'd say that is clear. It's just because he's all textured. He's like a little broken glass creature. And I'll be honest, I do think he's rather sweet. I do like him, and he will live on somewhere in something. He's kind of cute. I'll have to run him through some very hot water and a brush just to get, like, let's be professional. Let's do that now so you can see him in his glory. Okay, I can't find out exactly how that bit, let me just dry my hands a bit better. There's a bit of soap stuck in him somewhere. I can't find how it's stuck in there, so I don't know if I've inadvertently cast soap in here. But there's some soap in there somehow, and I can't find the groove in which it's in. And I've gone over this with a cocktail stick. Same for that bit. I can't find the groove where that bit is stuck. But the soap did work. It worked. So we'll say successes and failures, because I think the soap is a success. The Vaseline is the biggest success. The foil is not a success in what we were trying to do with it, but it has left me wondering why it took in some parts but not in others. And the plasticine was not a success. I want to say it's a success. It has worked in some degrees, but not in others. So we're going to have to say successes and failures, because they haven't succeeded in what we wanted them to do. Not as well as these did. So, again, some mixed results there. I wasn't 100% with the soap, but I thought it wouldn't stick. So I was on the right, mental path with understanding resin and what it'll stick to and what it doesn't stick to. Same with the Vaseline. I didn't think it'd stick to the Vaseline. I just didn't realise it would come out so clear. So that's a nice surprise. I thought it would stick wholly to the foil, but it didn't. But it did at the same time. And the plasticine, I thought we'd have a similar result to the Play-Doh. The Play-Doh did the same thing as the plasticine. It did sort of tint the colour a little bit. Perhaps if we use white plasticine and white Play-Doh in the future, it won't tint the colour so much, but it also doesn't come out clear. So you won't get a clear result with that one. But you can still do it. So, yeah, mixed results. I'm going to come back to the soap and the Vaseline for sure in the future. The foil, I'll wait on people's comments who know resin better than I as to whether this is something I've done, something that it just does. And we all know, as you're learning with resin and things that you can insert into it, it will become a bit of knowledge that foil does tend to stick in it. Aluminium foil specifically, that one. And the Play-Doh, it's plasticine, sorry. It does work but doesn't work. I really want to say it's worked, but it hasn't completely. I mean, it has taken all the detail and it did come away. It just hasn't come away clear. So, yeah, that's where we are with today's experiments. I do have, as it stands, one more, at the moment anyway, one more experiment, though I've already forgot what it was. I'll have to write it down when it comes back to me. I do have, yes I do, actually it has come back to me. I have one more experimental video to do as it stands. Though as I'm sort of like kicking around shops, because I never thought soap until I was carving it the other day. And then I thought, oh, soap. So we'll see, but there's definitely at least one more experiment video going down. Not wholly, silicone molds are involved. It's a slightly different experiment, but an experiment all the same. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I do hope you've enjoyed. I hope it's given you some ideas, something you can take away, and I hope somebody out there can give me an answer as to what happened here. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.